In nonviolent communication, we often talk about these two ingredients as being critically important. One is honesty, honest expression. What's really going on in you? What's really alive in you? How are you feeling in your body? Whether that's somatic feeling, sensation, whether that's emotional feelings. What are the needs that are alive in you, right? So this idea of what are the needs that are alive in you, that's something that you'll hear often in circles where people practice nonviolent communication. Not something you hear so often just around in the world, but that might shift as more and more people understand the value of this. What are the needs that are alive in you? So that's really looking at what are, again, those universal needs, longings, values, and desires that you're feeling are present. Is your need for comfort met? Your need for beauty, connection, love, respect? What needs are met and what don't feel met in the moment? Answering that kind of question would be answering what's alive in you as it relates to your needs, right? What's alive in you as it relates to your emotions? Are you feeling happy, sad, angry, scared, confused, embarrassed? So many emotions. There are, close to 200 words to express emotions, more if you want to get really fancy. But really having a language that shares emotional richness is part of nonviolent communication. And it's really helpful also to have words to express somatically how you're feeling in your body. Are you feeling buzzing? Are you feeling any contracting energy? Are you feeling hot, cold? Are you feeling lightheaded? So just being able to feel into your body helps you to really access what's going on in here, to be really present in the body, present with what's happening now, and less apt to be coming from your head and to say, well, I think I'm feeling, right? It's so easy for us to really just be stuck in our head and to analyze and to think about how we're feeling and not actually feel. So some connection to somatically, to how you're feeling in the body, supports our ability to also get very present to what emotions are alive in us and what needs are alive in us at any given moment. Honest expression could also include what are the thoughts I'm having? How am I perceiving reality? How am I perceiving you? What am I telling myself about you? What story have I made up about what's happening right here? So all of that fits inside of honest expression. And it's really this question of, can we share what's really going on here, right? Of course, that would be a cornerstone. If we can't actually share honestly, authentically, openly, that's a pretty big block to communication, right? So that's one of those key ingredients. The second key ingredient is on that receiving end. Can we empathically receive what another person has said? Can we empathically receive? That brings up the question, of course, what is empathy? So there's many definitions of empathy. One of my favorite comes from Carla McLaren. I actually want to look it up because it's so good and I don't have it set right here. So this one's from Carla McLaren, who wrote a book called The Art of Empathy. Empathy is a social and emotional skill that helps us feel and understand the emotions, circumstances, intentions, thoughts, and needs of others, such that we can offer sensitive, perceptive, and appropriate communication and support. So there's one definition of empathy. Marshall Rosenberg talks about empathy as listening to somebody else with respect so that they feel fully heard, seen, understood, and appreciated. Right? So they're very similar in terms of definition, but it could also be said that it's seeking to walk in the shoes of the other person, to listen so deeply, to understand them so deeply, that it's like walking in their shoes. And that they feel that in the way you listen to them. They're like, oh, wow, thank you, you got me, thank you. Right? How good does it feel when we share honestly, maybe vulnerably, and somebody hears us and honors us for our sharing. They demonstrate that they understand and that they care. Right? So those are really the two key ingredients, as I'm calling it. One is to be able to honestly express what's going on, your thoughts, your feelings, your needs. The other is to be able to empathically receive that communication. Right? Those are the two pieces that allow us to come together, to understand each other, and to create some kind of a win-win outcome. So those are those two very important ingredients.